Shalom, family. The artificial intelligence is in the church. And what's next? An artificial religion? I want to talk about this a little bit. You know, I had a chance to see a couple articles. I saw a video that was kind of interesting. But there was a video that Elon Musk did, and he said it's already too late. Things are getting serious. And so I said, that's a tripped out title. Let me see what he's talking about here. So when I watched the video, he's talking about pretty much that artificial intelligence is everywhere. You know, businesses are being run by it, banks. It's literally just everywhere. You know, and most businesses are using it. And so, what are we going to do if everything becomes AI? Because it's everywhere. You know. What are we going to do? Now, we know they use it in the production of cars because these robots that they have on the assembly lines now are replacing jobs. So pretty soon, they're not going to need people if they keep it up. You know, with as it relates to auto production, not just auto production, there are other companies that manufacture products, and they're using robots to do these things. These robots are controlled by artificial intelligence. Okay, so what's next? What's on the agenda? You know, we got to be wise to see what's going on because it's all starting to look familiar. Okay, it's starting to really look familiar. You know, one thing that he talked about was the future of cars, and he talked about how 10 years from now, all vehicles are going to be electric. That's an incredible statement to make. This guy is a billionaire. He says all cars will literally be, or the majority of the cars then will be electric. And then he said, and possibly most of them will be fully automated. 15 to 20 years from now, everything is going to be electric. All automobiles will be electric and completely fully automated. And you know what that means when he says fully automated? The guy asked him in the video, so you're saying we're not going to need to touch the steering wheel? He said, no, there won't be any steering wheels. Now, that's kind of scary, okay? No steering wheels? Really? You know? And so, when you think about these planes and trucks and all these vehicles not needing man to steer them, but they're going to be on autopilot pretty much, you know, controlled by these artificial intelligence. Well, one thing he mentioned is that there's no regulating it right now, right? And so if this is the future of cars and automobiles, he said, and he asked the guy his question, he said, well, wait a minute. So if a person has an automobile that's run by gas, right? He said he's not going to want to run that vehicle because it's going to be, he said it's just going to be better for everybody to do electric, and I can almost see that, you know. But the one thing he pointed out is, he said there's going to be a lot of plane crashes. Trucks and cars are going to be crashing. He said that's what it's going to take for them to finally regulate this artificial intelligence, because right now, no one is regulating it, right? So, anyway, I want you to hear this video to Elon Musk, just a few clips from it, where he talks about the what's going on, what's going to happen, and how serious things are getting.
In the past has been bad, but not something which represented a fundamental risk to the existence of civilization. AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization, in a way that car accidents, airplane crashes, faulty drugs, or bad food were not. They were harmful to a set of individuals within society, of course, but they were not harmful to society as a whole. AI is a fundamental existential risk for human civilization, and I don't think people fully appreciate that. I think we should be really concerned about AI, and I think we should. AI is a rare case where I think we need to be proactive in regulation instead of reactive. because I think by the time we are reactive in AI regulation, it's too late. And normally the way regulations are set up is that a whole bunch of bad things happen, there's a public outcry, and then after many years, a regulatory agency is set up to regulate that industry. So there'll certainly be a lot of job disruption. Because what's going to happen is robots will be able to do everything better than us. I'm including, all of us, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to do about this. This is really like the scariest problem to me, I'll tell you. There's something like 12% of jobs are transport. Transport will be one of the first things to go fully autonomous. But when I say everything, the robots will be able to do everything, bar nothing. Yeah, probably in 10 years, more than a half of new vehicle production is electric in the United States. And in 10 years, man, I think, so half of all production, I think, will be EV. I think almost all cars produced will be autonomous in 10 years. Almost all. It will be rare to find one that is not in 10 years. That's going to be a huge transformation. But if you were to say go out 20 years, overwhelmingly, things are electric, autonomous, overwhelmingly.
Fully autonomous?
Fully autonomous.
So no one will have to touch the steering wheel if there is one?
There will not be a steering wheel. In 20 years?
Big thing. The tech giant is reportedly working to put a futuristic vehicle on the road by 2025. Sources tell Bloomberg the goal is to make the Apple car fully autonomous. That means no pedals, no steering, and no input from anyone on board.
Okay. Interesting, huh? So, where do we go from here, right? Huh? Where do we go from here? Where are things gonna go from here, right? Of course, the worship of AI gods. You gotta know it's gonna come down to that. People already worship money, right? And the AI is gonna be controlling the money. It's all set up for this, right? So I got another video about this AI religion thing that they're talking about. And I want you to see this, right? Just pay attention to this and listen to what they're saying in here about this AI, Church of AI.
Artificial intelligence, AI, the technology that allows a computer to think like a human. And it's everywhere you look. Online shopping, virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa.
Welcome to the Church of England.
But as AI gets smarter and smarter, how will it affect religion?
Well, AI helps people get closer to their spirituality.
Different faiths are starting to use it. Robots can deliver sermons, give advice.
Santo, does God exist?
And pray with you.
It's a bit like Catholic Alexa.
But could it be dangerous?
For some people that's a concern, that we are stepping into God's shoes.
Or even sacrilegious?
The robot will never replace a rabbi because he has no soul.
As every major global faith is discussing its relationship with AI, we want to find out if it will transform religion.
The Church of AI is dead. So, what's next for robots and religion? Long live the algorithm. The way of the future, a church founded by a former Google and Uber engineer, is now a thing of the past. It's been a few months since the world's first AI-focused church shuttered its digital doors, and it doesn't look like its founder has any interest in a revival. But it's a pretty safe bet we'll be seeing more robo-centric religious groups in the future. Perhaps, however, they won't be about worshipping the machines themselves. The world's first AI church, the Way of the Future, was the brainchild of Anthony Lewandowski, a former autonomous vehicle developer who was convicted on 33 counts of theft and attempted theft of trade secrets. In the wake of his conviction, Lewandowski was sentenced to 18 months in prison, but his sentence was delayed due to COVID, and, before he could be ordered to serve it, former President Donald Trump pardoned him. The church, prior to Lewandowski's conviction, was founded on the basic principle of preparing for a future where benevolent AI rulers held dominion over humans. That may sound ridiculous, but, based on articles such as this one, it seems like he was saying algorithms would help us to live better lives and we'd be better off accepting and preparing for that than fighting against what was best for us. If you ask me, that's the future of AI and religion, just minus the AI overlords part. Lewandowski's church wasn't as wacky as it might sound. Major religious organizations employ AI at various levels, ranging from automaton-style prayer bots to full-on integration of AI-powered enterprise tools. The Roman Catholic Church embraces AI, though with some expected religious caveats. And some Muslim scholars believe the Islamic faith could help free AI technology from its current profit-driven paradigm that places goodness as secondary to profits. Of course, none of these churches apparently believe that robots will one day deserve our spiritual allegiance as they guide us beyond the mortal coil. But the writing is on the wall for a different kind of AI-powered religious experience.
An AI-powered religious experience, okay? I don't even know what you call it. So somebody's going to have, these people are going to be having AI-powered religious experience. What are they going to do? They'll hook your brain up to something and give you some type of virtual reality and make you feel things, and you all hooked up to this stuff. They're going to tap into your brain of some sort. It makes you wonder, what exactly are they going to do? But guess what? We talked about this. Remember when we did Whiteout 6, the Demon Seed documentary? That's what it was about. Artificial intelligence and demons using artificial intelligence to tap into man, to deal with mankind, right? And about cyborgs and robots, right? That's what that documentary was about. And those of you that haven't seen it, look up Whiteout 6, the Demon Seed documentary. We talked a lot about this kind of thing. The AI taking over, right? Completely taking over, you know, and these AI overlords. It's coming down to the Terminator pretty much, you know? And I hate to say that, it's beginning to look more and more like the movies. If you remember, right, not just the Terminator, but the Matrix. If you've seen Matrix 2, how in Matrix 3, how the person that was running the entire Matrix thing was an artificial intelligence. The Neo went and had to deal with this artificial intelligence. And so you gotta know that it gotta be coming down to this thing, because this stuff is everywhere, right? It's literally everywhere. Like I said, people already worship money, and banks are being controlled by this AI intelligence, you know, artificial intelligence. So it's in the churches, right? It's in people's homes. People got their whole home systems hooked up to this artificial intelligence, right? Churches are being run by it. We got our cell phones, we're walking around with our cell phones, right? Tapping into everything through our cell phones. And what amazes me is these smart TVs. These smart TVs are so smart, you could actually, and the thing that gets me about it is, you could actually just click on the speaker and speak to Alexa, which we know Alex was the guy who created the Demon Seed robot that was in the movie titled Demon Seed. So they named it after this Demon Seed movie. It's Alexa. So imagine you pick up your remote and you say, Alexa, you know, find me Gone with the Wind, you know, and Alexa will go and find this movie for you, right? Or Alexa, find me Terminator. Alexa, just go and find it, bring it up on your screen. It's incredible, this stuff that's going on, right? Now you can just holler, Alexa, turn the heat up 5 degrees. It'll turn your heat up. You know, people have their security system monitored by their lighting system. They say, Alexa, turn on the porch light, and porch light will come on. I mean, this is some crazy stuff, right? So how long before these artificial intelligence are controlling everything, even your security? Now, what if what happened in the movie Demon Seed that actually happens to us in our homes? If you got AI, artificial intelligence, Alexa, or one of these other services running your home, right? And they lock all the doors on you or whatever, right? Because that's what took place in the movie. It was controlling the locks on the doors, the security system completely, right? And so it's kind of scary to see all of this stuff take place and to see how it's beginning to resemble these movies, you know? I agree with Elon Musk. It's pretty much already too late. These things are already in the making, and there ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Before you know it, everything is going to be completely ran by or AI. You probably won't even be able to get your money unless you tap into an AI. Wow. Things will never be the same. You can best believe it. It won't be the same. Shalom, family.
Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.